address the issue of Exhibit 0001. During the lunch adjournment, we received another duplicate. It is not the original. It is a duplicate of the month of October 2014, and I've been made to understand that they will look for the original documentation.
What are you having there in your hands?
It is a copy, my lord.
Which copy is that now? Because we had 0001.
It's a copy of 0001.
Another copy?
Oh, no, the same copy that I referred to.
Yeah.
But now the ballistic section brought us another copy of the very same document, not the original. Now they brought a bundle. The logbook, yes.
Of the logbook?
Of the month of October 2014, yes.
Where is that logbook?
The original, they cannot trace it at this stage. They have a copy of the logbook.
Let's have a look at it.
Let me start with the defense.
Yes, fine.
You've seen.
See, it's a different document altogether.
No, it's not a different document. No. It's the same document. What we have done, we only took one page from that document, yes.
So this is a copy of the register for October?
That is correct, my lord.
This is for the whole of October?
The whole of October 2014. And if need be, my lord, at a later stage we can recall Lieutenant Colonel Mangena regarding that document.
I can see it's a double document.
That's correct, my lord.
So the defense is still insisting that they want the original. Mr. Ngomezo, we want the original.
That's the correct position.
Defense, all of it. Mr. Ramsipin, the original.
Same sentiment.
Mr. Musik, the original.
I think the court has already made an order that if you're not granted the original, then this information will have to be exported.
No, not this information. That one. This is a different document altogether.
No, it's not a document. It's a copy of what we have.
It's a document. A different document altogether. Because I have this is the document you guys are talking about. Am I correct, sir?
That's correct, ma'am.
And this is a completely different document because the imprimatur of the writing is on this side and on this side. Have you seen that, Mr. Ngomezo?
I've seen it, but the single copy that the court is in possession is extracted from that bundle.
Yeah, fine. I'm just saying you can see that this is a different document.
Now, in terms of comparing with what, madam?
With comparing this document with this document.
No, but the single copy that is the court is in possession.
Yeah, no, that's a different document. Yes. I agree. But I'm asking you if this is also a different document.
My lord, you don't change the context.
No, it's not changing anything. All I want to ascertain is this a different document? That's all. You know.
My lord, the problem is that we are not even in possession of the document that the court is having. Even the copies of this document, we are not in possession of
the state.
We don't need to be shown. We want to be supplied, finished with these copies.
Shouting won't help you. Because we're dealing with facts. We haven't shown the defense that document. Hello, Mr. Sibanda.
My lord, we have shown the defense.
They say you haven't shown them.
I did.
It was never shown to me. I personally, it has never been shown to me.
Who did you show, sir? Because I've got here,
defense counsel.
They say you never showed it to them.
Let me come to the rescue. I did see it.
Whose rescue? Yourself?
To my colleague's rescue.
They say they never saw it.
I did see it.
You saw it?
Yes, I did.
Mr. Misari never saw it.
I also did not see it, my lord.
And even Mr. Ramsey page. Hello?
In his file, in his form, I did not see it.
Okay, now that you see it, is it a different document? Yeah.
It's not a different document, my lord. I think this...
How many pages are there? Let's do the bundle education style. How many pages are there? Let's count the pages.
I don't know.
Yeah, count it.
That's the state that must do that.
Just do the bundle education style, Mr. Sibanda.
That's not a different document, my lord. I think they made a copy from a copy. They made
I don't know that.
But that is exactly what the state has just explained now.
Mrs. Sibanda, count the pages, please.
$16 pages, my lord.
16 pages, this side and that side.
Just single side, that is 32.
If you count both sides of the document, how many pages? Hello?
29.
29 pages. Yeah, even my bundle education tells me 2 pages and 29 pages are two different entities. This document has got 2 pages. The one I saw, triple O. 1. It has got this page which is empty, and it has got this one. So these are 2 pages of the same document. And now you're saying you've got 29 pages. Okay, so you say what's going to happen with the original document, this one? Because this is the one you wanted to use.
The original of that document, my lord, the ballistic sections, they are still searching for the original register. What they kept, it was this copy, where that document before court, it originates from. So it originates from this copy, and this copy originates from an original that is lying somewhere in the office, which they're still trying to look for.
Okay, yeah, let's continue. So you will let us know when they get the original.
Indeed so, my lord. And furthermore, we'll address the court on admissibility of such a document at a later stage.
I know it's an official document. Although we're fighting about it, we don't know that. Yes, sir.
Yes, you were about to explain to me that concept that is mentioned in paragraph 2.1.6.4. Are you able to explain that concept?
My lord, ballistic modeling, it's a simulation that we are, it's a program on the computer to simulate the crime scene.
Ballistic modeling imomo-ke esinayo kuyona i-system yethu ngokusebenza-ke kuyona indawo yesigameko noma-ke i-crime scene.
Is that all?
That is correct, ma'am.
And in paragraph 2.2, you made mention of 3,500 cases. So what I want to know from you is, have you testified in the magistrate court before?
That is correct, my lord.
La ku-2.2 ukhuluma-ke ngama-cases awu-3,500 usuwenzile sikwakuthola yini ubufakazi magistrate court? Yebo, kuyiqiniso.
And then have you testified in the high court before?
That is correct, my lord.
Nasenkantolo-ke ephakeme-ke ubufakazi bethulile.
Do you know the last time you've given evidence in court?
If I have to talk from my memory, my lord, July, August, I was in Toyando High Court.
Uma nje ngikhumbula ke ngoJuly ngoAugust ngangisenkantolo ephakeme ke yaseThoyandou.
That was in Waterval.
eVaterval.
And then do you know approximately how many times you have testified in the High Court?
That I cannot recall, my lord.
Angikhumbuleki ukuthi amahlandla mangaki ngethula ufakazi enkantolo ephakeme.
I see you joined the ballistic sections in 2005. To date, how many years of experience do you have? That is on paragraph 2.1.
I am 19 years, man.
Ngiyabona ukuthi ke isection lena Ballistics uqale ukusebenza khona ngo2005 manje ngamanje ke iminyaka emingako usebenza khona iminyaka u19.
And then paragraph 2.4, you indicated that you were declared competent and proficient in forensic ballistics examination. Do you recall which year?
I can recall it was 2009.
Unyaka ke kwangu2009 uma sekushiwa ukuthi manje sengikulungeleke ukuthi ke ngawenza ke lo msebenzi wokuhlolwa ke kawo ama-ballistics.
And this declaration, does it follow or it comes before a training that you have to undergo?
That is correct, man. It comes after completion.
Mase ngiqedileke ila khona ke ma ukuthi ngiqeqeshwa ila kushiwo khona ukuthi sengikulungeleke ukuthi umsebenzi lo ngingawenza.
Have you done?
Are you given a certificate of competency or proficiency? Or it's like our doctorates. Say, hi, Dr. Mukhatring. When you ask is a doctor of what, they don't even know it themselves.
My lord, each and every training level, after being after you have been declared competent, then they will sign you off. Then you go to the next level up until you finish the whole course. If you can check from 2005 to 2009, it's 4 years. So this one I was declared competent in all those levels.
Okay.
Obakwenzayo ke lana ukuthi laba kusayinela khona ke uma usuwaqedile onke ke ama level emuva kwawo ke uma ifika lama level ilama isebesho khona ukuthi usukulungeleke ukuthi umsebenzi ungawenza.
You further indicated that you are a captain. When did you become a captain?
I became a captain in 2015.
Oshilo ukuthi u-captain uqale nini kuba wena captain ngo-2015.
And then have you done any ballistic related work outside the Republic of South Africa?
I accompanied Lieutenant Colonel Mangena to Lesotho.
Usuke wasebenza ke ngaphandle kwaseNingizimu Afrika ngakhapha ke yena ke noma ngaphelezela yena ke uLieutenant Colonel Mangena ukuya eLesotho.
Now, having mentioned Lieutenant Colonel Mangena, how do you know him?
Lieutenant Colonel Mangena, he is my colleague, he's my crime scene commander. That's how I know him.
Indlela engimazi ngayo ke uza kwethu uColonel Mangena kwaye futhi ke ucommander ke kwindawo ke zesehlakalo noma zesigameko eCrime Scene Commander.
And he's my mentor as well.
Kuba uyena ke futhi nongibonisayo ke noma ongiqeqeshayo.
When did he become your mentor?
Since I've started at Ballistics.
Lokho kuqale ngesikhathi ngiqala khona ke kumsebenzi wama-ballistics.
And then on paragraph 1, you mentioned that you work at 270 Pretoria Road, Silverton. I assume that is a building belonging to the South African Police, correct?
That is correct, my lord.
Yebo libhilidi la e270 Pretoria Road Silverton ibhilidi lelo lamaphoyisa.
Do you have an office in that building?
That is correct, my lord.
Futhi ke nginehhovisi khona lapho.
Can you describe to the court how is your office situated inside that building?
My office is situated on the first floor. of the building, my lord.
ihhovisi lami ke likwi-first floor lalo lelo bhilidi.
And then in relation to Colonel Mangena,
We were previously on the same wing, my lord. I've just moved to the other wing a few years ago, my lord.
Sasikuhlangothi olodwa kodwa-ke kwiminyaka nje imbalwa endluleke ngase ngiya ngakolunye uhlangothi.
and then do you know Captain Rieta Grobler, the previous state witness?
That is correct, my lord.
Naye-ke uCaptain Leita Grobler lobe ufakazi nje phambi kwakhe-ke ngiyamazi.
Is your office also equipped with a microscope?
That is correct, my lord.
Ingabe ihhovisi lapho nalo-ke linayo i-microscope? Yebo.
And then now let's focus on page 4, paragraph 3. Where you said you were asked to do a microscopic opinion. Do you understand what that is?
That is correct, my lord.
Are you in a position to explain to the court what is it? Take your time, explain. And also give Mr. Jonas an opportunity to interpret. Also bear in mind that my colleagues will also be taking notes.
My lord, an opinion is when an analyst or examiner comes to you and asks you to give a comparison microscope opinion on the exhibits that you will be having, my lord. It is an informal procedure that when you give that particular opinion, you don't document anything anyway.
Uma-ke ucela uvo ilapho na-ke lo owumcwaningi noma kuyena-ke ohlolayo amazibiti lawo eza kuwena-ke ezocela ukuthi-ke ucela-ke unikeze uvo kulawo mazibiti lawo uzobe-ke usebenza ngawo. Uma-ke ukwenza-ke lokho akukho la obhala khona phansi.
So in this case, my lord, Lieutenant Colonel Mangena came to my office and he requested me to give him an opinion with regard to the exhibit bullet and the test bullets to determine if they could have been fired from the same firearm or not.
Lana-ke uKenneth Mangena weza-ke office lami ezongicela-ke ukuthi-ke ngibheke-ke noma ngihlole-ke inhlamvu lena-ke izibiti kanye nalezi inhlamvu-ke ezazitestiwe ukubheka-ke ukuthi zazibuya noma ziphuma-ke kwisibhamu esisodwa yini.
The opinion I'm referring here, my lord, is a microscopic opinion.
Lolu vo-ke engikhuluma ngalo lana-ke ilolu-ke olutholakala-ke ngokusebenzisa yona i-microscope.
Can you now explain the process?
My lord, I have taken the tests that Lieutenant Colonel Mangena gave to me and I put them on the comparison microscope to familiarize myself with the marks that are on those particular tests.
Ngathatha-ke ama-test eza nawo kumina uKenneth Mangena ngase ngwabeka-ke kuyona-ke i-microscope ukuzijwayeza-ke nama-marks akhona wona.
And then after familiarizing myself with the markings of those particular tests, of course, my lord, I have to check the class characteristics that I'm looking at the same tests that have the same grooves that are rifling towards the same direction.
Uma ngikwenza-ke lokho-ke kunalokho engikubhekayo-ke lokho esikubiza-ke ngokuthi ama-class characteristics nokuthi futhi-ke ama-grooves futhi-ke nokubheka nawo ama-grooves.
After I've familiarized myself with those tests, my lord, I will put one test mounted on the microscope on the right-hand side.
As it please the court, madam. I'm not so sure whether my eyes are deceiving me, but it looks as if, and my ears as well. It's as though the witness is reading from something. I'm not so sure.
Is that your affidavit, sir?
This is my affidavit, my lord.
Yeah, just show it to counsel, because I can see it's an affidavit from here.
There seems to be a book there. No, this we have. This is his affidavit. But I was checking him when he was testifying, he keeps on looking down and talking. As if he's reciting what he's looking down at. You need to be very vigilant about these approaches.
So about it, proceed.
Then after I familiarize myself with the markings on the test, my lord, then I will pick one test, then I've put it on the right side of the microscope, my lord.
Emuva kokuthi sengijwayezile-ke nalama markings ngizothatha-ke itest eyodwa bese ngibeka-ke uhlangothi langakwesokudla kuyona-ke i-microscope.
And I've put the exhibit bullet on the left side of the microscope, my lord.
Bese ngithatha-ke ihlamvu lena-ke okuyiyona-ke eyizibiti ngiyibeka kuhlangothi langaku-left kuyona i-microscope.
And I rotated the exhibit up until I find certain marks on the particular groove, and I put that particular groove at the center of the microscope so that I can just see it.
Bese-ke ngiyajikelezisa-ke zombili-ke bese kuthi kunala khona-ke ngibona mhlawumbe khona-ke ama-marks bese kuthi leyo groove leyo-ke iyona-ke engizoyibeka-ke maphakathi nendawo kuyona i-microscope.
And I will look for the same groove, my lord, on the test as well, up until I find a match.
Bese kuthi nakuyona-ke lena-ke engakuhlangothi langakuyi-test-ke nayo-ke ngizoyibheka-ke ngize ngifike khona-ke la ekuhlangana khona-ke noma-ke ekufana khona.
And after I've just found my ID, my lord, then I will rotate the test and the bullet simultaneously so that I can be able to see what I can find on the other groove as well. We call it a follow-up.
Bese kuthi-ke kunalokho esikubiza ngokuthi-ke ukulandelela-ke i-follow up ila khona manje sengizozihambisa zombili-ke ngesikhathi esodwa bese kube yila engifika khona-ke ngithole ukuthi ngifika kwenya i-groove.
My lord, the bullet has lengths and grooves. Whenever I rotate the one after I've got my ID, whenever I rotate the one that is on the right, what I will be doing there, I'll be doing it on the left because I have to rotate them at the same time. Check the first groove and the third groove to find the follow-ups that will give me an indication that it is indeed a match, my lord.
Engikwenzayo-ke kwisandla sangakwesokudla ikona-ke engikwenzayo nakusandla sakwesokunxele ukuthi-ke ngizihambisa zombili-ke ngesikhathi esisodwa nanjengoba ngenzeke lokho kulandelelaka noma leyo follow up leyo.
When I'm satisfied that I had sufficient agreement of that particular test and the exhibit, then I've done that. I will do that with the second test, my lord.
Sengikwenzileke noma sengenelisekileke ukuthi manje ngitholileke okwaneleke futhi okuvumelanayo-ke ngizokwenza-ke lokho nange-test lesibili.
And I found the similarities, my lord. Then I've taken the exhibit and the test back to Lieutenant Colonel Mangena and informed him of my finding, my lord.
Sengithatha-ke manje-ke mhlawumbe-ke lena eyizibithi kanye futhi-ke nala ama-test noma eyi-test ngibuyela kuyena uKolonel Mangena sengiyamtshela-ke ngengikutholile.
And then what was your finding?
I found that the bullet and the tests were fired from the same firearm, my lord.
Ngakuthola ukuthi-ke inhlamvu kanye nale nhlamvu-ke ezayisetshenziswa-ke ukutesta-ke ukuthi zazibuya noma zadutshulwa-ke kuya kwisibhamu esisodwa.
Thank you. Do you recall the date in which Colonel Mangena approached you for an opinion?
My lord, from my head, I wasn't going to recall the date, my lord.
Ngabe yakhumbula yini ilanga-ke awaza kuwena uKolonel Mangena ezokucela-ke lolu uthi-ke la kumina-ke noma-ke kusebenzisa nje umbakambo wami noma ikhanda lami bengeke ngikhumbule.
And then subsequent to that, did you find out when was the date exactly?
That is correct, my lord. I approached Lieutenant Colonel Mangena as he had the case file. He's the examiner of the case file, to remind me which date did he give me the exhibit and the test for microscopic opinion, my lord.
ngase ngiyakena-ke uKenel Mangena nanjengoba-ke yena-ke wayenayo-ke ifile uyena-ke wayesebenza-ke ngamazibiti leli nalama-testi ukuthi-ke angikhumbuzeke noma ngitshele ukuthi i-date kwakunini.
And then did you know at the time, on the 22nd of July 2020, that the tests or the opinion that you were given, it was relating to this case that we are busy with today in court?
And after I've given my microscopic opinion, it was Lieutenant Colonel Mangena who informed me that this was the Senzo Meyiwa case, my lord.
Emuva kokutoka noma wawazi-ke ngaleso sikhathi leso-ke ukuthi-ke lokho kwakwenza-ke kwakumele naleli cala leli eliphambi kwenkantolo namuhla. Emuva kokuthi sengiwenzile-ke ama-test lawo, uKenel Mangena owangitshela-ke ukuthi kwakumayelana naleli cala likaSenzo Meyiwa.
And then 3.1, you also made mention of one 9mm caliber fired bullet mark 217-267/1482. You see there?
That is correct, my lord.
Yebo, u-3.1 ukhuluma-ke ngenhlamvu-ke eyayiseyisebenzile-ke noma-ke edutshuliwe eyodwa yohlobo-ke lwe-9mm eyayimakhwe u-217-267-1482.
How did you determine that this was a 9mm caliber fired bullet?
I had to refresh my memory, my lord, from Lieutenant Colonel Mangena's case file.
Kwazi kanjani-ke ukuthi le nhlamvu lena-ke kwakuyinhlamvu eyayidutshwe noma-ke eyayibuya kwi-9mm? Lokho-ke kwafanele ngibuyeleke noma ngiyobheka-ke ifayili yakhe uKenel Mangena.
And then, using the class characteristic markings of an exhibit or a specimen, are you able to determine the caliber of a fired bullet?
A caliber, my lord, is determined by weighing the base of the bullet and its weight.
Uhlobo-ke ukuthi-ke uhlobo lunike lenhlamvu lolu ukuthi-ke ukutholeke lokho ukuthi-ke ukaleke isisindo-ke kanye futhi-ke ne-base noma la enzansi kuyona inhlamvu.
Thank you. Now, is it a norm within the ballistic environment that an examiner can ask for an opinion from a colleague?
That is correct, my lord. That is very common in ballistics to ask for an opinion, my lord.
Kona-ke lokho into-ke ejwayelekile-ke eyenzekayo-ke ukuthi-ke kuma-ballistics ucele-ke upho.
Okay. And at the time when you were asked or you were approached for an opinion, did you know if other examiners or other analysts were also approached for a similar opinion?
I did not know, my lord.
Ngaleso sikhathi-ke eza kumina-ke uKenel Mangena ngangazi mina-ke ukuthi bukhona-ke abanye bacela-ke upho.
Have you personally asked a colleague for an opinion?
I have done that before, my lord.
Wena-ke usuke wamcela uzakwenu-ke umcelela ukuthi ufuna upho kuyena? Yebo, sengike ngakwenza lokho ngaphambilini.
Have you given an opinion in the past?
That is correct, my lord.
Nami sengike nganikeza ngoko ngaphambilini.
Do you remember the last time you gave an opinion?
Even if I cannot recall the exact date, but during the month of August, I've requested an opinion, my lord.
Noma-ke ilanga-ke noma usuku-ke ngingasakukhumbuli kodwa-ke kuyona-ke inyanga ka-August khumbula-ke ngicela noma ngacela-ke upho.
And then at the time when you do this opinion, do you do it independently?
That is correct, my lord. I've done that independently.
Uma ke ukwenza lokhu ukwenza uyimele yini? Yebo ke ngikwenza ngiyimele.
Do you in my mind? Were you ever asked in the past to verify a finding?
That is correct, my lord.
Usuke ngaphambilini wacelwa yini ukuthi ke manje uqinisekiseke okwathola noma ke isinqumo somunye? Yebo ngeke ngakwenza.
And then how do you go about doing the verification?
After verifying, my lord, there is a pro forma that I completed, my lord. I will write the details of the exhibits or the tests that I will be doing the verification on, and the results thereof, and I will put a signature and date, my lord.
Okwenzekayo ke lapho ukuthi ke kune phepha ke noma ke iform ekhona ke lapho la uzobhala khona imininingwane ke yalawo mazibiti ozokusebenza ngawo nemiphumela bese kuthi futhi ke uyasayina.
Okay, let me understand this. The same process that you follow when you give a microscopic opinion, is it the same process that you follow when you do the verification?
The instrument used, my lord, is the same. The process of verifying and that opinion is the same. The difference will be that when you are doing verification, you are going to sign. When you are giving an opinion, it's just an informal procedure where you are not going to sign. You just give an opinion.
Indlela ke yokwenza lapho ukuqinisekisa nokunikeza uvo iyafana kanye futhi ke nethulusi elisebenzisayo ke sebenzisa ke into eyodwa. Umehluko la ukhona ke ukuthi uma wena ke usuqinisekisa kukhona ke la usayinda khona kodwa ke umunikeza ngovo akukho la usayinda khona.
Have you ever differed with a finding of a colleague when you are approached for an opinion?
That is correct, my lord.
Bekwenzeka yini ke ukuthi uma kufanele unikeze ngovo ke noma ke mhlambe uqinisekiseke usho wena ke okwehlukile uza kwenu lona ke onikeza uvo noma lona oqiniseka umsebenzi wakhe? Yebo ke kwenzeka.
And then what process was it followed after you differed with the colleague?
My lord, after I differed with the colleague, then I will inform him that your findings are my findings, and my findings are not the same. So I'm not going to be able to sign for that. So he can go and request for another opinion.
Lapho okwenzekayo ke ukumtshela ke uzakwethu lokho ukuthi ke lokhu wena okutholile naloko okuthole mina ke akusiyona into eyodwa manje ke angeke ngisayinde kulokho usengandlulela ke ayothola uvo komunye.
Okay. And in terms of your standard operating procedures, do you have a minimum as well as a maximum number of colleagues that you can approach for an opinion?
For an opinion, there is no limit. I've never seen any document talking about a limit of people to give an opinion. However, a verifier, only one person will, after verifying, then he will sign. We've got only one document where the verifier will sign.
La khona ke khulunywa ngovo khona angaze ke noma yifi document engiyaziyo noma engake ngayibona eshoyo ke ukuthi bangapha abantu engayabona ukuthi banikeze ngovo kodwa ke kulowo oqinisekisayo ke manje ngoba ezosayinda yena ke kunephepha noma ke idocument eyodwa kuphela akufanele ayisayine.
And then now talking ballistics, do you understand the theory of identification?
That is correct, my lord.
Uma sesikhuluma ke manje ngama ballistics ke uma kukhulunywa ke ngokuthi ngokwazi ke noma ngokuhlukanisa ke uyakwazi lokho yebo kuyiqiniso.
So when you look at the specimen as well as the test bullet, for you to arrive into a finding, which method did you employ?
I use pattern matching, my lord.
Mina ke ukuze ngifikeleleke kwisinqumo ke ukuthi ngitholeni ngisebenzisa ke lendlela ke ebizwa ngokuthi i-pattern matching.
And then in terms of pattern matching, what are the requirements thereof?
A lot with regard to pattern matching, my lord, you will look at the quality of the ridges, the marks that you will be finding there, the contours, you check the peaks, the furrows, you check, there is a variety of things that you check there, my lord, in order for you to come to a conclusion. Whatever the marks or the pattern of marks that you get, it says that you must have sufficient agreement of those individual marks, my lord.
Lana ke kunezinto ke ezihlukahlukene ke oyibhekayo ke futhi ke lapho futhi ubheka ke nalokho noma izinga langakhona noma lokho phecelezi kuthiwa ke equality la ekuzokuthi ke manje ke uzothola ke ukuthi la cha kunokwanela ke kuyivumelwano ezikhona lapho engayiholela ekuthini ufinyelele kuleso sinqumo ofinyelela kusona noma kuloko okutholayo.
Can you also clarify in simple terms what is sufficient agreement so that you can all understand?
Sufficient agreement, my lord, means that the marks that you will be seeing there in order for you to make an identification exceeds the best possible known marks that they could have been produced by another tool, my lord, which means you've got enough similarities that outweigh the dissimilarities.
Lana ke sikhuluma ngokuthi ke unokwanele ke kuloko okufanayo ke okutholakayo lapho okweqa ngale kuloko ke okungafani lokho kusho ukuthi ke usuthole okwanele okuvumelanayo.
Okay. If someone can come to this court and say this was a borderline case, what will be your comment? Is an objection? I don't know.
My lord, can I just ask for clarity what borderline means?
It was not clear. It's gray area. It was not clear. It was not a clear kite finding.
My lord, I managed to find the match on the exhibit bullet and the tests that were given to me, my lord.
Uma ngaba kunganomuntu ke ongeza kule nkantolo ke azothi ke leqala leli ke kwakuyiqala nje ukuthi ke kwakukhona nje okwakubona noma bangacacileke lana ukuthi ke kuyangakho mina ke ngathola noma kuloko engangisebenza ngakho ngathola ke kukhona okuhlanganayo noma okuvumelanayo.
Can two tools, and in this instance firearms, ever reproduce similar markings, class and individual markings?
The class, my lord, we can have the firearm with the same class, but in terms of the individual characteristics, my lord, every tool has its own individual characteristics, my lord.
Ingabe ibham embili ke noma amathuluzi ke kodwa sikhuluma ngebham lana embili ezahlukene zikhipheke ama marks esikhuluma ngala ahlanganisene ke la ubizwa ukuthi ke ama class characteristics afanayo. Uma siza ke kuma class yebo ke kungenzeka ke kodwa uma sikhuluma ke ngama characteristics awodwa ayimele ayihambela ewodwa ngeke ke kwenzeke lokho.
Are you familiar with a process or a method called CMS?
That is correct, my lord.
Yebo CMS ngiyazi.
Have you received training on it?
My lord, I only received a workshop with regard to CMS, my lord.
Kwakuyi workshop ke phela engaya kuyona ke ephathelene nayo iCMS,
or I can say it's a presentation.
noma lokho singabiza ukuthi ke i-presentation.
Okay, now let's go back to pattern matching. I know you have already touched base with this. So when you are matching the patterns, do you only look into one group, or you look at other groups where you do the follow-up?
my lord, you will look on the groove where you find an ID. After finding that particular ID, you will also go to the next groove to see if you find follow-up marks that are supporting what we have seen on the previous groove. So you can do it with other groups up until you are satisfied, my lord. You can also look, you've got also an opportunity to look on the land if you are giving an opinion with regard to the bullets, because a bullet has grooves and lengths, my lord.
Okwenzekayo ke lana ukuthi ke ubheka yona ke i-groove uma usuthola ke unokubiza ngokuthi i-ID. Uma usuyitholile ke uma ubheka ke manje nakwamanye ubheka ukuthi ke khona yini ama-marks uzowathola. Kube nalokho kubizwa ke ngokuthi ke i-land uma usunikeza ngovo omayela noma ngokuphathelene nenhlamvu.
Okay. Now let's touch base with exhibits 0001. Are you able to identify that document?
That is correct, my lord.
What is it?
This is the document that you complete when you are using the state vehicle, my lord, when you are taking a trip, my lord.
Lana ke i-document lena ke oyigcwalisayo noma oyisebenzisayo ke uma ngaba uzosebenzisa imoto yombuso.
And then does the document state what type of vehicle was used?
That is correct, my lord.
Iyachaza ke lana ukuthi kwakuyinhloboni yemoto leyasetshenziswa.
What, can you please the vehicle on record?
It's a VW Jetta, my lord.
VW Jetta.
The subs number?
It's BTH 807B.
BTH 807B.
Station and code?
00063.
Bese kuthi ke i-station kanye ne-code ke u-00063.
And then used by which division?
Forensic services.
Uhlangothi noma ke division eyayisebenzisa ke forensic services.
Month and year?
October 2014.
October 2014.
Name of the unit?
Support service, my lord.
Unity ke isebenzisa i-support service.
Now let's focus on entry number 3 on the document. Evidence before this court is by Colonel Mangena that he reported on the crime scene in Fosloras on the 27th of October 2014, and you were in his company. Do you confirm that?
That is correct, my lord.
Ufakazi bakhe ke uKenel Mangena phambi kwale nkantolo ukuthi ke ngazo i-27 October 2014 waya ke police station yase-Phosphorus nokuthi wawuhamba naye, yebo uyiqiniso.
Scene, not police station. It's crime scene.
Kwindawo yesigameko e-Phosphorus.
Can you place that entry on record? The third entry.
The date is 2014 10/27. The time of departure is 10:15.
Odometer?
Odometer reading is 17922. The destination is from FSL to Phosphorus crime scene examination. That is the purpose. Crime scene examination.
I-date kwakunge-27 October 2014, isikhathi u-10:15. Imoto ke noma ke i-order yemoto kwaku-17922 ukusuka ke FSL ukuya ePhosphorus ukuyohlola ke kuyona ke indawo yesigameko.
Signature of driver.
Captain Mangena.
Lakusayinda khona-ke umshayeli uCaptain Mangena.
Where it says date.
2014-10-27.
Idate-ke 2014-10-27.
Time.
8 in the evening.
Isikhathi-ke u-2010 noma-ke u-8 ebusuku.
Then distance.
The odometer reading is 18200. We travel distance of 278 kilometers.
Bese kuthi manje-ke la kwi-odo-ke u-18200 ibanga esalihamba ama-kilometer awu-278.
I see the entry also made reference to First Lawrence case 636 of 10/2014. Does the same case number also appear on exhibit 000 on top right hand side?
That is correct, my lord.
Ngiyabona-ke lapha kubhaliwe-ke lapha ne-case number ewu-63610 of 2014. Ingabe-ke ikhona yini nalana-ke ku-000 ekuyistatimende yebo kuyiqiniso.
And then Captain Mangena, is it the same Captain Lieutenant Colonel Mangena that approached you for an opinion in 2020, 22 July 2020?
That is correct, my lord.
Lana-ke kubhalwe Captain Mangena, ingabe uyena-ke lo Colonel, u-Captain Mangena la, kodwa uyena lo Colonel Mangena ngo-2020 oweza kuwena ezocela uvo, yebo kuyiqiniso.
Then do you recall attending to this crime scene examination of Colonel Mangena?
That is correct, my lord. I was with him.
Ingabe uyakhumbula yini-ke uya khona-ke kule ndawo yesigameko-ke kanye naye uKenel Mangena? Yebo, nganginaye.
What was your rank on the 27th of October 2014?
I was still a warrant officer, my lord.
Ngo-2014-ke irank yakho kuyini? Ngangu-warrant officer.
And then at the crime scene, what was your role?
I was assisting Lieutenant Colonel Mangena, my lord.
Kwakuyini-ke wena wakuyenza-ke lapho ngangilekelela u-Lieutenant Colonel Mangena.
Were you assigned a specific role?
Not exactly a specific role, my lord. He will ask me maybe to have a measuring tape or to give him a measuring sticker, whatever that he needed at that time, my lord, to assist him with, my lord.
Ingaba khona yini-ke wena-ke umsebenzi kwakuthiwa-ke uzowenza noma owawuzowenza? Cha, mina-ke kwamba ukuthi uma ngabe khona nje akufunayo noma i-measuring tape, i-measuring stick, mina-ke ngimdlulisele kona lokho.
And then do you remember what time did you arrive at this address in Fort Lawrence?
My lord, I cannot recall from my head, but towards midday, just maybe past 11 to 12, my lord. I cannot recall exactly what time, my lord.
Isikhathi-ke safika ngaso lapho ngisikhumbule-ke mhlawumbe ngaphakathi ko-11 no-12 kodwa angikhumbuli nje ukuthi isiphi isikhathi safika ngaso.
Okay. Do you recall at the time when you arrived, whether you immediately walked into the scene or what was the position?
Can you please repeat?
When you arrived at a particular address, did you immediately get into the scene or what was the position there?
My lord, even if I'm not 100% certain, but I remember that we stayed in the car for some time, my lord.
Noma-ke ngingasakhumbuli-ke kodwa ngiyakhumbula ukuthi-ke sake sahlala-ke isikhathi sihlezi emotweni.
And then who else was in your company?
We were with Captain Mahati, my lord. Mahati, that is correct, my lord.
Sasihamba naye-ke uCaptain Mahati.
Do you recall anything specific inside in that particular crime scene?
As it's long time, my lord, some other aspects I don't think I will remember.
Na njengoba ke sekuyisikhathi eside-ke ngicabanga ukuthi-ke okunye ngingakukhumbula.
Do you remember what time you left the crime scene?
I can't recall that, my lord, as well.
Nokuthi-ke sahamba nini-ke lapho sesibuya-ke angisakhumbuli.
Did you, Colonel Mangena, Captain Mahati, take anything from the crime scene? Exhibits.
We did not take any exhibits, my lord, that I can say.
Lokho-ke ngakusho kona ukuthi akukho ama-exhibit noma exhibit esalithatha khona lapho kwindawo yesigameko.
My lord, I have no further questions for this witness.